Hello, everyone. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. Awesome Sauce. Cowabunga, dudes. Today we have a very amazing and special guest. We have the legendary co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kevin Eastman. How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing great, thanks. Happy to be here. I like your theme song.
Thank you.
Awesome sauce.
I think this is out there somewhat professionally recorded.
I love it.
Yeah. So how you been since the last time you've been on the show?
Good, very good, very busy. Last run in last year's has been keeping us hopping, keeping on pace for that. We're planning to jump into this year's convention schedule, which starts in earnest in March. We've got about 13 shows overall, I think, over the course of the year. So we're launching into the year and quite excited. A lot of fun stuff going on.
That's awesome. So what came into the creation of Last Ronin Lost Days?
Oh, after we had gone through the early stages of the creation of Last Ronin, Series 1, Tom and I felt that there were a lot of great areas within the context of that story in this world that we created, the Roninverse, as we call it, that would love to go back and visit. And one in particular was this time period after issue 4, during part of issue 4, where Michelangelo goes to Japan to find Splinter and Donatello and finds out what's happened there. That kicks off a journey, a 16-year journey that he starts at that point, which brings him back to Last Ronin issue 1 when he shows up in New York. So we just want to show what happened during that time as training and things that led to him becoming the vessel of vengeance that he was when he got back to the city. And it also is set up as a kind of prequel to, not kind of, it is actually is a prequel to what we're going to be doing in Last Ronin Part 2 with the New Turtles. Nice. So it's a split issue.
Nice, and those are the little babies that appeared in the final scene in issue 5.
That's correct, yeah. Each issue of Last Ronin Lost Years is set up that it takes place every 3 years. So issue 1, the New Turtles, and even in Michelangelo's adventure and the New Turtles' growth, it's 3 years, age 3 to age 6 to age 9 to age 12, and by issue 5, they're as Michelangelo has finished his journey and heads back to New York, then the New Turtles are 15 years old, and that leads directly into Last Ronin 2. So quite exciting. We're having a lot of fun doing it. So.
Yeah, like I said, the Last Ronin, which came out last year, was one of the most emotional stories I've ever read with the Turtles.
Thank you. No, it was equally emotional to write. There was a lot of stuff that you sort of set up in earlier issues. In this particular case, so much of what Peter and I did in issue 1 and the first bunch of Turtles issues, we really needed to pay it off. And it's a revenge story at the heart of it. That's the way it was set up. So there, but you have a father and a sensei and a teacher, that has to process all this stuff, and then this is the completion of that original setup and that original story. So yeah, it was very emotional to write as well. So it's hard moments.
Yeah, another thing I'm really looking forward to is Teenage Mutant TMNT versus Street Fighter. How did this come about?
It's something that it's been kind of off my radar just a little bit, only because honestly, we sort of have the turtle teams, if you will, broken down into groups. So we have, say for example, like Tom and I focus on the Roninverse, Last Ronin, Lost Years, and what's coming next. But at the same time, I have kind of foot in the camp of the ongoing Turtle series, which Sophie Campbell's heading up. That Tom and I oversee that, but Tom's also writing Armageddon games, which kind of weaves in and out through the Turtles ongoing series. And then there's other, like the Saturday morning cartoon version of the Turtles, which was so much fun. I'm glad that they're seeing that come back together. The Turtles, Usagi.
It's a blast.
It's a blast series, yeah. And then Usagi TMNT, back for another 5-issue crossover that Stan's doing. And then Street Fighter is something that had been discussed. And I don't have a ton of details, but I'm excited that that's another group of editorial that's pulling it together. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen there.
Like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. As I saw the announcement, I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, it's you couldn't ask for a better team up. You know, it's like we've had so much fun. I just finished doing 5 covers for the new Boom IDW crossover, the Turtles Power Ranger crossover. That's I think issue 3 is shipped so far of 5. I've been doing that.
I remember picking up issue 2. I guess if 3 came out, I'm not aware of it yet.
It should be. It might be this week or next week. I know that I lose track, lost track of time sometimes, and schedules. But of course, it was great to team up with the my good friend and really talented guy Freddie Williams to do those covers for the Power Rangers Turtles crossover.
You've been working with Freddie since the Batman crossovers, right?
Yep, yeah, exactly. And that's actually one of the things I'm wrapping up today is the introduction to the omnibus, which is DC is putting out all 3 issues in one big collection, all 3 series in one big collection. The Turtles, Batman Turtles crossover. So, and that'll be coming out later this year. So that's going to be exciting to see all that. And
that's amazing. I actually just recently watched the Batman TMNT animated movie.
They did a good job with that. That was fun. It was, nice to see the Turtles as an anime thing sort of being a little bit more edgy. And, I think the 2012 Nickelodeon series had some nice edge to it. I think they took a more comedic route when they approached, the second series, the younger version of the Turtles. But yeah, that was that Batman Turtles crossover was a lot of fun.
Yes. Any updates on the Seth Rogen reboot?
I've not seen anything from it. To be honest, I'm excited. He's a talented guy and makes some really awesome movies. So I'm sure he's got a vision that he wanted to spin and tell and do. So good on him. And I've seen little or nothing. So I'm going to be one of the fans in the audience when the movie comes out. I'll look forward to seeing it.
I'll watch anything Seth Rogen does. So.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, good guy. Yeah, very talented.
So you have an amazing team behind the entire Turtles universe.
Oh yes,
Ben Bishop does a great job. I really dig what Sophie Campbell does.
Yep.
We've had covers by Justin Roiland on Last Ronin.
Yep.
Is there anyone in the comic book community who hasn't touched the Turtles yet you'd like to see?
Well, that's a good question because I'm a fan, like everybody else here and everybody else listening. I'm sure is there's lots of people to be fun, but it's been such a tremendous experience going through the IDW Turtles universe over the last 12 years now, and getting to work with guys like Dan Duncan originally and Corey Smith and Mateus Santucolo, of course Ben Bishop, and I don't want to leave Dave Wachner, who's done some amazing work, Mike Dillon. There's so many young up and coming artists that have brought such a wonderful passion and unique vision to the Turtles that's been really inspiring to me.
Stop.
Oh,
sorry about that.
And then on covers, it's always fun to see some of the guest people that come in to do covers. Those are so much fun. So, I'm excited to I had such a great experience on Last Ronin working with the Escosa brothers and Ben Bishop, of course. That we're excited to get the band back together, so to speak, on Last Ronin 2. So we're gonna have we're doing a kind of a bridge series issue called Lost Day, which will come out in between the issues 4 and 5 of Lost Years, and that's going to be Ben Escosa brothers and myself. But then once we get into Last Ronin proper, it's going to be the original band, the original players back together. Me, Tom, the Escosa brothers, and Ben, and of course
awesome.
Luis Antonio Delgado is our colorist. He's the best.
Sweet. Let's see. I didn't go for all 10 minutes already, did I?
No, we got a few more minutes. I got nothing. I try to leave a little space in case you have a couple.
No. Just I guess it's will we ever see Ice Cream Kitty in the comics?
Of course, I'd love that, being selfish and the voice of Ice Cream Kitty, but it's one of those ideas that I feel like we missed a great opportunity with not being able to put out a Ice Cream Kitty plush, like a little stuffed Ice Cream Kitty. I think a lot of people looked at. to add that to their to their collection of weird turtle items. But I've over the years I've gotten some really great drawings and some little sculptures and some other things of Ice Cream Kitty. I think there's only.
I have a friend who at Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con is going to be cosplaying as Ice Cream Kitty.
Ah, I love it. I love it.
So I'm going to make sure we'll stop by and get some pictures of you and her in the eyes because I have her working hard on this costume.
You better. That's exciting. Yeah, we're excited to be back in Las Vegas proper with the amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. That's a lot of fun. And like I said, we're literally gearing up for this year's shows, and there's a lot of them. If you want to find out where I'm going to be and what we're in Ren, just go to kevineastmanstudios.com and it lists the whole tour schedule, so you can find out when to come by and say hi. But Las Vegas, it's going to be great to be in Las Vegas, back with Jimmy and the boys and all the talented people.
Yeah, this is my first time actually being at Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, good fun. We love them. It's a lot of fun.
And as always, I want to thank you for all the years of friendship and support. I thank you for supporting Awesome Sauce Radio after all these years, and I thank you for all the memories for the last 30 years of Turtles.
Well, I couldn't do it alone, and I couldn't do it without awesome fans like yourself and people listening. And I have the greatest job ever because I have the greatest fans ever. So it's always a treat, and I always make time to come back and hang out with you and talk to talk to the fans. So that's probably my favorite part of doing the shows, is get to see everybody, and I get to thank them in person, which is always awesome. But no, I appreciate you guys very much.
All right, you have an amazing rest of your day. Tell Courtney and Jasmine I say thank you very much.
Absolutely, always a pleasure. You have a great day. Okay.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.